The net has been buzzing with this story about what happened at Dunamis International Gospel Center Abuja. On Sunday, the 14th of April 2024, a member of the church identified as Miss Anyim Vera was giving a testimony about how she graduated with a, in quote, BSc in law from the National Open University of Nigeria. She was interrupted by the senior pastor, Pastor Paul Enenche, who accused her of lying. He said she didn't sound like a law graduate and that there is nothing like a BSc in law. He eventually demanded that she leave the pulpit. The video went viral. People went digging and discovered the woman's Facebook page with photographs confirming that she's not only a policewoman, she indeed graduated from National Open University of Nigeria. Also, a list of graduates who participated in the convocation on Saturday, April 13th, included the lady's name, as she was listed to have graduated with LLB Law. According to Wikipedia, LLB, which is Latin for Legum Baccalaureus, meaning Bachelor of Laws, is an undergraduate law degree offered in most common law countries as the primary law degree and serves as the first professional qualification for legal practitioners. Unfortunately, Miss Anyim Vera could not accurately tell her story, which I guess made her testimony appear fraudulent. The video stirred up various reactions on social media, with some, including students of NOUN, that's the National Open University of Nigeria, demanding Pastor Enenche apologize for his actions. And there were some others who were on his side, stating that people will do anything for clout, even lying in the name of God, and that the pastor was right to call it out. Miss Anyim Vera, on the other hand, made posts expressing herself. I'll put up something here and you can pause the video to take a read. It clearly shows how embarrassed she was, and it's best imagined rather than experienced. Following all of this and the eventual discovery by the church that the testimony seemed to be genuine, an official letter was written through the personal assistant and secretary to the senior pastor. It's posted on social media. This letter was apologizing to Miss Anyim Vera, stating that no harm was intended. Now, according to the letter, the triggers for the scenario bordered around her lack of capacity to properly articulate her testimony, her error when she said BSc instead of LLB, that she said she studied law for 10 years. Well, according to her Facebook page, she stated that she started school in 2013. Noticing all of this, the senior pastor used his discretion to take action and stopped what he perceived as falsehood. After further investigation, Pastor Paul Enenche, in addition to the letter, reached out to her, and there is video evidence of a seemingly peaceful resolution being reached between parties involved. Miss Anyim Vera has since spoken up, trying to dissuade people from further berating the pastor, his wife, and the church, saying she and both her spiritual parents, that is Pastor Enenche, Pastor Paul Enenche, and Dr. Mrs. Paul Enenche, have spoken, and everything has been resolved. So I believe it's fair to leave them be. But what do we learn from this episode? That firstly, pastors are humans as we are, and can, as a result of passion and desire to protect the divine assignment given to them by God, they can jump the gun, as it happened in this situation, which unfortunately led to an innocent woman being embarrassed within an inch of her life in the presence of a multitude, when all she wanted to do was give glory to God for breaking a generational curse, as she did say she is the first graduate in her family. Not excusing what Pastor Paul did, I'm just looking at it objectively. He erred like the human that he is. So yes, he had to apologize like he's supposed to. So even though he is a man of God, he is also human, which leads me to my second point. It's important that in church, before people are allowed to come on stage to testify, they are interviewed briefly. This is necessary for several reasons. Firstly, to ensure there is no falsehood in the testimony, and if there is suspicion of any, further questions can be asked away from public glare. Also, people can have stage fright or be bad at public speaking, and due to this, they will not be able to articulate properly what the testimony is about. risking the in-depth message of said testimony being miscommunicated to the congregation that it's meant to bless. This pre-interview can help put in proper structure the narration and accuracy of the testimony to ensure that it focuses on the main points in order to avoid rambling and time wasting. Remember, the testimony is not for clout or to gain more popularity for the church or for the testifier, but solely for the glory of God. There are other reasons, but these are pertinent to the case in view, and in my personal opinion, can avoid embarrassments to the faith. Finally, though we applaud the apology, I believe that as publicly as she was embarrassed, she should be publicly vindicated. During church service, with the pastor calling her to that very same pulpit and making a public statement, praying for her and clearing her name before the congregation, and if possible, reach out to her family. That will seal the deal for me. So that's my take on this situation. What's yours? Please leave a comment, like, subscribe to the channel, and stay notified for more content. This is QM's Couch. Stay blessed.